Alright, this is my last video for the moment. I'm sure I'll make another one later. So, I was watching Hot Bench and I made a small video about it and I screwed up uploading it. So, I'm going to tell y'all why. I was making a video because of Hot Bench. They were talking about the car crash. They were texting and driving and people die from this shit. And there are rules and laws and places for these things to not happen. You know what I mean? And the main reason why I wanted to make that video is the simple fact that my dad died in a car, and we used to argue all the time about me pulling over and answering the phone when he calls, or me um, going to a rest stop or whatever to return the phone call. And I wanted to talk about this for the simple fact that when my phone rings and I'm in that car, that motherfucker's gonna ring. Alright, it's gonna ring off the fucking hook. And I don't give a damn if you're my boss. I don't give a damn if you're Jesus Christ himself. I'm not gonna answer that phone when I'm in the car. It's just that simple. Now, you may not like the fact that I just brought Jesus into this. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna answer that phone while I'm driving. I have a stick shift for a reason. I have a stick shift so that both of my hands and both of my feet are active at all times. I do not have a Bluetooth device. I don't know how to hook the Bluetooth up to the stupid phone to begin with. I do not have a hands-free device. I do not have the device where you set your phone on it and it hangs off the vents of your phone so that you can push the button and talk while you're driving. I don't have any of that. And I bought a stick shift so that I would never have to use any of that. Because when you are behind that wheel, I don't give a damn if you don't give a fuck if you live or die. But you get to think about those other people that's on the road. People who have single parent families. Moms who have to bust their ass and work 2 or 3 jobs to feed their kids because their daddy's no fucking good. Or their daddy's incarcerated. Or worse, their daddy's off in another country serving our country to keep us alive. So while you're driving and texting and talking and all this shit, consider other people. If you need to fucking talk to somebody that bad while you're on the road, then don't get on the fucking road. It's not that difficult to make all your phone calls before you get on the road. And before you get on that road, you tell everybody, look, I'm going to be driving. Don't call me back. Because I'm not going to answer the phone until I get to my destination. Wherever I go, 2 days in advance, I'll tell somebody, look, if you can't talk to me before this day, then you wait till I call you. Because when I get behind the wheel of that car, and I don't have a co-pilot or a navigator to answer my phone for me, that phone is not going to get answered. Now, you guys can hate me because I'm not down with texting and driving. You can hate me because I don't want to pick my phone up to answer that motherfucker while I'm driving. Both my cars are stick shifts. And let me show you something. We believe my father had a heart attack at the wheel. And he passed away going on 3 years now. But I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. And again, I don't give a fuck if this makes you mad. I don't give a fuck if you don't ever watch another one of my videos. As long as this lesson today teaches you not to text and drive, not to answer a phone while you're driving, not to do anything behind the wheel of a car other than fucking drive. You understand me? This is what my car looked like before my dad died in it. Hope you guys took a good look at that. This is what it looked like after he died in it. Got that? You see that? See that right there? And that in itself, because my dad didn't answer the phone when he drove his car, but I told him definitely don't answer it while you're driving mine. Now, I had a hip replacement 2 months before my father had passed. Let me just make sure. No, maybe 3 months. January, February, March. Yeah. So 3 months before my father passed, I had a hip replacement. So I was on some heavy painkillers, drugs, which did not allow me to drive, which means I couldn't even get out of the bed. And when I got out of the bed, I could only go to the bathroom And the dreams and shit these drugs induced in me were fucking outrageous. So I ask you this one time and one time only. No, fuck that. I'm telling you this one time and one time only. When you get behind the wheel of that car, there are other people out on that road whose families you can affect tremendously because you're not giving a damn about doing the right thing. I don't answer my phone when I'm in my car. My answering machine's message, as rude and as condescending as it may be that my cousin Bruce doesn't like it, my dad loved it and I'm not changing it. So if you don't like my message on my cell phone, then you need to grow up. But it simply states that I do not answer my phone while I'm driving, while I'm in the bathroom, while I'm at work, places that you literally should not even have your phone on you. Or it should be on silent mode if you have to have it at work. You know, if it's part of the uniform, that's different. But while you're at work, you shouldn't be making any personal calls unless it's to check in on your kids, which means if they're at school, you don't need to check in on them. The school will check in on you. If they're at a babysitter, okay, I get that. If you're a first-time parent, you're a little nervous, you're a little worried. You know, trust is an issue. But when you're behind the wheel of that car, or any vehicle whatsoever, the last thing that should be in your hands is a fucking cell phone. So when I was watching Hot Bench, that's what got me. Because the lady, I guess she lost the case because she crashed into the guy. Or he was on his phone texting his grandmother or calling his grandmother, which is why his car got totally demolished. He only got $1,400 out of there, but at least he walked away with his fucking life. And this is the thing about that. My dad don't have his life. I don't have my car. I would give anything to have my dad back. Fuck the car. The car can get replaced. And yes, it was my car. I worked hard. I bust my ass. That's the very first car I paid for with my own money out of my pocket without having to make fucking more than one goddamn car payment. But when you get behind that wheel, you're not the only one out there. There are moms, dads, cops, drug dealers, people from all walks of life on those freeways, on those streets, on those highways. There are children walking across the street, and if you don't look up, if you blink for a second to look down at that phone, it only takes a split second to change someone's life for the worse. It doesn't take that long to change somebody's life for the better, but it takes a split second to fuck somebody's family up for the rest of their lives. That might be a single parent household where mom's the only one in the family. She may have been adopted, so she doesn't know where her children are going to go when she dies. Her kids could be in the ages of 3 and 4. They get in the system, and God only knows what will happen to them from there because some asshole, which is all of you, who think that, oh, I'm going to talk on my phone while I'm driving. Oh, I'm going to text on my phone while I'm driving. Oh, I'm going to speak on my phone without my hands-free device because I can and because I'm driving. Well, here is my PSA for you. Put the fucking phone down. Don't eat while you're driving. Don't text while you're driving. And don't call anybody while you're driving. You need to be focused on that one thing. Driving to your destination safely without killing yourself or some damn body else. And if you don't like this video, be a victim. Be a victim of some asshole who thought that it was much better for them to drive and text or talk on the phone than give a fuck about ending your life so that you can't feed your children and now no one's going to know what's going to happen to them. You're not going to know because your dumb ass will be dead. And if both of you are texting and driving and y'all collide each other and kill each other and somebody misses a stop sign because you didn't fucking pay attention, and I'm sure you guys have seen the commercials with the ladies talking with her husband on the phone and the baby's in the back and she stops or doesn't stop in any case, missing the stop sign because she kept looking back at him and looking at the phone and talking, and she had a hands-free device. Maybe you guys ought to think that shit through before you get behind the wheel of a car with your phone in hand, with your little Bluetooth type. The phone is no place to be answered in a car. If you're at home or you're walking to your car, okay, fine. There are some loopholes that you can jump through. But once you get in that car and you click that seatbelt and you click that goddamn door lock and you turn that ignition switch, that fucking phone should be one of two places. In your pocket, in your purse, in the glove box, in the passenger seat plugged up to the charger, but it should never be where you have to reach for it when it rings. If it rings while you're driving, let that motherfucker ring. They will call you back. Because once you die trying to kill somebody else trying to drive, you can't undo that shit. What's done is done. So keep your hands off of cell phones while you're driving. I'm James Williams Jr., and this is 10.5 minutes of your life that you can't get back. And you know what? If you don't like me for that, that's fine. Because you can get the finger. For all you people who want to jump behind the wheel of a car and decide that you're going to talk or text while driving. Think about your kids. Think about how you would feel when you can't see them anymore because some other asshole on the other side of the street wasn't paying attention to you. They were paying attention to this little technological device called a cell phone. And they cream into you. And let's say you're not a welfare mother. You work for a living. You make good money. Your kids are getting fed 3 square meals a day. And now you're dead. And your kids are going to be thrown into a system because you don't have siblings. You don't have family to take care of them. It was just you and them against the world. And now you're dead because some asshole decided, hey, I'm going to get behind the wheel and make a phone call while I'm driving. It only takes a split second to end a life. It only takes a split second to change the lives of other people whose lives you have ended. Try to keep that shit in mind. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Comfort Habit number 2. And this has actually been a little under 12 minutes of your life that you can't get back, but it was very fucking important. Be seeing you.